Hello everyone, I hope you're having a good day today. I started college recently, so I am losing my shit already, but hey, anything to get that bread, am I right? Today I've kinda wanted to talk about some weird relationships I've been in, especially in my school days that were kinda silly or absurd. This isn't like a part 2 on the previous video, it's just like something related to it. I guess I got like motivated to talk about stuff like this. I would like to mention that before anything, I was never a popular kid at school. I've always been the one kid in the back of the class that is like drawing in the math books and constantly getting distracted. Like I mentioned in my demo video, I've also never really been good at flirting, but there's something that I can say I'm pretty decent at, and that is wearing my heart on my sleeve, or I guess like being really open. I'm the kind of person that doesn't really change for someone else. If I like something, I won't deny it to look cool or impress anyone. For example, ever since I watched like Sonic 3, I've been super vocal about wanting to learn more about the Sonic franchise. I got asked like a few days ago something like Shadow related, and I yapped for a good 10 minutes. I got that Sonic Riz. Anyways, I'm weird. I would say that I'm pretty weird, and I've attracted some weird people over the last few years, so let's talk about them. Back in 8th grade, I was really into anime, like a lot. Like I used to watch so many like different anime at the time, and I was like a real life shinibu of sorts. I don't know if people know the term shinibu. Like I would say arigato to people whenever they would hold the door for me. And there was a few times where I yelled Sharingan when I was playing dodgeball. Yeah, I was that kid. You can bully me in the comments. Though talking about anime is kind of a way in which I made like a ton of friends. Like back then, it was sort of popular with like most people in my grade. Like people would constantly like reference like Dragon Ball Super, and like I think Shippuden was coming out, so it was not too weird. But through making friends with anime, I ended up meeting this girl who we'll call Asuna, and this name will be unfortunately irrelevant. We connected pretty much immediately and spent countless days talking about anime. It was like super degenerate too. Like I remember being at 2 a.m. and texting her on my Samsung Tab 4 about the difference between the Super Saiyan forms. At some point, we sort of confessed our feelings for each other and became a couple. Now, when we started dating, there was an anime called SAO. I'm sure a lot of you, know SAO, and we really liked it. So we kinda had nicknames for each other, and they were Asuna and Kirito. I hate middle school. And I remember that people would laugh at us and call us names, and I would look at her and be like, "It's okay, Asuna. They're just jealous of our love." And yeah, she cheated on me with with one of my best friends at the time. So clearly, we weren't meant for each other. But I kid you not, like I got cheated by a guy that was like even more of a weeb. He brought like Sharingan contact lenses to school. Man, I got out weebed, bro. I'll never forget my time dating Asuna from SAO, but well, I guess she cheated on me, so whatever. Sinong is better, anyways. I think it wasn't until 9th grade where I got my second girlfriend, and this was somehow even weirder than the first one. Let's call her Taiga, and this name will also be relevant. I met Taiga one morning where I saw her drawing in like one of the school benches, and noticed she was drawing characters from a like shoujo anime that I really liked at the time. I think it was Jonah. If I remember, I'll put a picture in right now. I'm a sucker for romance anime, so I approached her and I started to yap. She seemed kind of shy at first, but eventually opened up to me and we became friends. We constantly talked about what we enjoyed about like shoujo and romance anime, and like the games we were playing at the time. We went out a few times too, and again, she was pretty shy, but with time she opened up slightly. We started dating, and that's when her true colors started showing. This girl was a real life tsundere. Now, for those of you who don't know, a tsundere is like this like anime trope where the girl is like really aggressive with the guy she likes because she has trouble expressing herself. So whenever I try to talk about her feelings or like compliment her, she would physically abuse me. I remember one time she was wearing a bow and I commented on how nice it looked, and she covered her face and kicked me in the freaking balls. Like, not like a regular kick too. She like California smashed my freaking balls. At some point, our encounters became more consistent. Like, whenever I talked to her, she would get really combative or defensive, or just like physically aggressive. I didn't understand she was shy, but after a few bad bruises, you kind of get tired of the whole rodeo. So I decided to break up with her. I had the conversation with her and she accepted and we parted ways. You would think that would be over, but one day I was drinking water from like a water fountain and I just randomly got jumped by her friends. I'm not kidding, like her friends decided it would be a fantastic idea to jump me and try to convince me to get back with her because she's quote unquote trying. I don't know what she's trying. She trying to kill me or what is she trying? I was super confused and shocked, like the audacity of the freaking ladies. Eventually I managed to get them off my back with like the help of a friend who witnessed the event and got really worried for me. And after that, I never really talked to Taiga ever again. I will say Taiga sometimes like stalks my socials for some reason. So if you're watching this, I'm pressing charges. I'm joking. Yeah, those are by far like some of the weirdest relationships I've been in. But I like to mention like one last one that I think is like sort of funny. There was this one time that I dated this girl for like a day. Let's call her Beto? Let's call her Beto, yeah. I had liked her for quite some time and we were kind of intimate in a way. We were in like a friends with benefits sort of relationship, which was my first time experiencing it. I do wonder what are freaking how do freaking teenagers get in friends with benefit relationships? Like, what the heck? Kid me Heartmore game, I swear. At some point we both agreed to make it official, but after literally a day we kind of figured that it was best to just stay friends. I will say that that day was kind of wild. Like we both skipped class and took bathroom breaks to make out in the back of the school. At the time, it was like the hottest shit ever, but I remember being like really shy as well because I would say that I'm pretty much a switch, but it's not often when like the lady in the relationship takes lead, so I was often really shy. But I don't know, we were both really like hormonal. I guess we were teenagers, so I guess it's fine. I'm still friends with this person to this day, and in recent years we talked about it and we had a fun giggle. But yeah, these are some of the weird relationships I've been in. I've been in a few other, but I would say if you would like to see like a part 2 of this video, I would be willing to do so. You just have to let me know in the comments and maybe subscribe for more of these videos. And I really like asking you guys to subscribe, but it seems kinda necessary in the current YouTube meta. Oh, by the way, I'm doing this thing now where I share some of the fan art you guys have done for me because the last video blew up and I just randomly got fan art. So here it is. This one is by Curvy. I don't know if I'm pronouncing it correctly, but there you go. This is fan art made by them. It's really good. Anyways, I hope you guys have a wonderful day and I will see you later. Goodbye.